insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday. All right, there we go. Morning Juice, Tito, Bobby Carpenter, Bodie Wells. And 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. Download the show anytime. Catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus, Facebook, Twitter, Bodes.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I need to stop asking because I'm just going to assume it now.
Yeah.
Can I assume
yeah,
is that good?
Yeah, Twitter's always been good. Facebook,
right.
We've been rolling, so I think we're good.
Jump in the chat on YouTube if you want to. Love to talk to you. That happens. Hey. That was breath spray, by the way. Bobby, good morning.
Good morning.
Throw you for a loop there?
That was an interesting turn of events.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin. Big show lined up for you today. Ryan Baker will join us at 7:25, Bob, to talk about the Jackets. They've got a big one tonight against Carolina. The team you thought the Jackets would catch potentially.
I think the Jackets could catch potentially.
I thought you said would. Did you not say would or could? You said would.
I said would. I said could, not would.
All right. Cavs beat the Jazz last night, 122-113. CBJ, as I said, hosting Carolina at 7:30. If I said this, Bobby would punch me. But Bodie, you say it. What is the theme tonight? What do the Jackets need to do tonight? What do they need to defend?
Oh, that
Come on.
NWA.
There we go. Defend the WA. That's the theme tonight. Pittsburgh played the Islanders last night in the NHL, and that game affects the Jackets because both those teams are involved in that. Pittsburgh won that game big. 8-3 was the final score in that one. So, but the Jackets, so a win tonight would be significant against Carolina at NWA. Last night, Texas and South Carolina both won in the women's side of the NCAA tournament. Bob, that means all 4 number 1 seeds have advanced to the Final Four in the women's tournament.
I think that was probably expected. I mean, the delineation and drop-offs in women's basketball, I mean, there are clear tiers, and if you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, you're not, and there's usually a fairly big separation.
Okay, so this is what's interesting to me is that I think that the women's game gets a bad rap.
It's more strided. Like it's not a smooth curve. Like
you're right,
and it's sharp striations. So when you see a team who you think should be able to play with them and they really can't, it's a 15 to 20 point game.
And then that
happens fairly regularly.
And in the first round, go ahead.
None of the Elite Eight games were I'm trying to think of the fourth game. I know UConn won big over Notre Dame, right. Texas, and who else just won last night?
Texas and South Carolina.
Yeah, they both won by 30. And then who was the last? Oh, UCLA. I think their game against Duke was kind of close, but it was still double digits.
Yeah. Duke was ahead early, but with the women's thing, and I don't say I mocked it. Maybe I did. But in the first round, though, there were teams that were 50-plus point favorites in the first round, which we don't see on the men's side.
UConn was a 27.5 point favorite.
Yeah, and so
over Notre Dame.
Yes.
So and Notre Dame's damn good. And we get the 4 number 1 seeds. But on the men's side, if we have 4 number 1 seeds.
Yeah, it's a rarity.
But I'm saying when it happens, it's whatever. But if the women's, yeah, of course. But if the men, it's never, when you got a chalky Final Four in the men's side, it does not get criticized as much, I think, as a 4 number 1 seeds in the women's side. It just seems to me
I don't know that it's being criticized.
It's just is that a problem for the women's game?
There's serious striations in the talent. So people tune in to watch games between for the longest time there was never a 1-16 upset. Now there's been 2. You watch 2 15s. You watch that doesn't happen in women's basketball. It's not even close. Probably not.
I don't think it will either, Bob.
Well, there's a consolidation of talent at the top.
Right.
And there's just not the depth of, I don't know if it's talent or what it is, because there's a lot of, women's basketball in high school was really strong in America. Right. Not that I'm trying to go down this rabbit hole of conversation with this, but this has been the case for the last 15 years. As I've watched the Ohio State women's team, when I thought they were good and then they would play a team who was actually good, they would get blasted.
They beat UConn the one time to get to the Elite
That was
8.
an average UConn
I know,
team.
saying yes.
That wasn't an elite UConn team.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
I watched the game.
Yes, it was absolutely that, Bob. What I'm saying, though, is that I wonder does women's basketball have to get to that point
for it to be entertaining?
relevant?
Yeah, 100% it does.
I think so, too.
It's a thought. I think that's the reality. Nobody wants to see predetermined outcomes. That's why we like sports.
At least for the whole tournament, right?
Yes.
Like Friday night will probably be pretty good.
The
And that's
finals,
been
yes. This will be good. The
a
final,
regular occurrence in the last handful of years, where it's like once you get to some of those Iowa teams with Caitlin Clark,
sure.
Once you got to like the Elite Eight, Final Four championship game, it's like, oh, this will be entertaining. But the first 3 rounds, really, and frankly, even this year, the first 4 rounds through the Elite Eight has just been not competitive. And I think now in name, image, and likeness era, it's only going to be worse.
The only thing better than basketball, Bob, is women's basketball, Bob. Bob, last night, I know you were watching this. Reds beat the Pirates 2-0. They go out again today at 6:40 tonight down at the American Ballpark. Yes, so wonderful. Chase Burns pitched very well for the Reds in that one. Guards over the Dodgers 4-2.
Ooh.
We can call Shark if you want to. Maybe we should call Shark every morning at 6:30. Just see until he answers.
Did he ever acknowledge?
No, he never responded to my text.
Good for him.
No, that bothers me, Bob.
That's why I said good for him.
No, Bob.
You can say no, whatever. You can get angry. I love the fact that you reached out to him and he didn't feel compelled to acknowledge it in any stretch.
Okay, here's the funny thing.
That's awesome.
A very close friend of mine who I've known since 1984.
So there's the one.
How many years is that? 16, 42 years. There we go. Oh, Carpenter, 42. Okay, a very close friend of mine met through. I'm not going to. But anyway, he came in contact with. Oh God, that sounds weird. The Shark and his wife.
Ran into Shark and his wife.
Okay, it was okay. Anyway, and he said, well, no. Anyway, he said. I bumped into Shark tonight. Didn't know. I know his name was Mark Howell. Didn't know it was Mark the Shark. He and his wife spoke very highly of you, to me. So at that point, I'm
highly
thinking,
of you.
Yes, of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So like at that point, I think, okay,
Shark's a gentleman.
you can just speak kindly and highly, Bob, are two different things.
Maybe your friend misinterpreted the conversation.
No, I don't think he did. Anyway, he and so that's why I anticipated Shark would respond to my text.
Shark is a gentleman.
Did you ask him or just
ask Shark?
What did your text say?
To Shark?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. This is great. This is great radio here. I will tell you right now what it said because it was like
I wasn't
told
sure
him,
if it was like a question or just a statement.
Okay. Hey, we tried calling you. This was on last Thursday. Wanted your Guardians preview. Nothing.
Maybe next time lead with a question. That way he has to answer it. Now he still may not answer, but.
Guards and Dodgers play tonight. Shohei
It's
Ohtani.
pretty liberating that you get to that point where like someone reaches out to you and you don't even feel the need to get back to them.
Oh, wait,
I don't think.
Let's not do this right now.
I don't think
this is a podcast thing. Let's not do it right now, Bob. By the way, somebody yesterday, again, out of the blue, talked to him again.
Shark
says to me, no, somebody else, totally independent of everything, says to me, hey, I like your show. I said, oh, thank you. He said, does Bobby really want to kill you? Now, I'm going to tell you my response.
That's a strong term.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'll tell you my response. You tell me if it's accurate or not. I said it's kind of a shtick, but it's not a shtick. And there are times I think Bobby legitimately wants to kill me.
Bob, I don't know about that. No, I wouldn't say that. No. I just become, I honestly, it's gotten to the point now, it's just, I'm really sad for you.
Okay, so you don't want to kill me. You just feel sorry for me. That's where we're at right now, Bob?
Yeah.
All right.
That's an accurate description.
Shohei Ohtani makes his debut tonight on the mound for the Dodgers against the Guards. So, Shark, I know you're not listening, but whatever. Enjoy the game. Here we go, Bob.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right. Poof. David Copperfield, work your magic.
Here we go. It is Tuesday, March 31st, the 90th day of the year, 275 days remaining. 10 days from now, we'll be cracking triple digits.
Watt is 90? Was there a Watt? Was JJ Watt 90?
JJ was 99, right?
99.
TJ's 90.
TJ's 90. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
you should know that, Mr.
Steelers, Captain Steelers over here.
Come on, let's go.
Last day of March. Tomorrow, April Fool's. A nice little Wednesday for you. As we're cruising through. Gosh, I've just been doing this now for 6 years, just like counting your life away.
That probably makes you feel good.
It really does.
Thank you. Yes.
As you sit there and look like, well, almost to
and this guy's birthday again?
Yeah, almost to triple digits. I kind of know when like the clusters of birthdays. There's a handful of people that have been born and died on the same day. I've kind of got those tucked in my memory bank.
Bad way to go.
Saves on the tombstone.
Yeah, exactly.
Saves money.
There you
Saves
go.
money.
This date, 1889, the Eiffel Tower officially opens up. Do you know what it commemorates? Or
The opening of Kings Island.
I don't know if that's the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Oh, okay. They got one in Cincinnati.
You know what? Oh, yeah, exactly.
I do not. I'm not sure.
I didn't realize.
What's the top?
It was. It's commemorating the French Revolution.
All right.
I guess that's their Statue of Liberty.
Right on. Yeah.
This date, 1906, the Intercollegiate Athletic Association of the United States. It's like the International Dodgeball Association of Dodgeball. Is established to help set rules for collegiate athletics.
Nice.
It is the precursor and later became the NCAA.
Yes.
Long may they reign. This date, 1918, daylight savings time goes into effect for the first time. When did we already sprung forward?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. A few weeks ago.
I remember that. I lost an hour of sleep.
It's good. I was just making sure that wasn't,
Come on, Bob.
sneaking up again.
Come on, Bob. You change the clock on your oven.
Do we, or my wife does?
No.
I mean, it happens.
Okay. Yeah. Humble brag. My wife didn't change anything.
Well, that's good.
That's fine.
Good for her. I changed on my car.
I changed her car, too. I changed her car one also.
This date, 1931, the Transcontinental and Western Airline crash outside of, I believe it's Bizarre, Kansas, killing 8, including Newt Rockne, which I did not realize Bodie knew. And he goes, I think it was outside of Kansas. I was
Yeah.
like, that is correct.
You know, if you want to put your tinfoil hat on, there are some people that believe that Al Capone and the mob actually crashed that plane by
Really?
putting a bomb on it.
Did they have the?
Don't know how accurate that is.
Did they take
but
the
that's what some
under on the
people say.
32 number?
Supposedly it was in retaliation for a Notre Dame priest. They said, watch this. So,
Wow.
no idea how true that is or not, but I know I've read it before, so there you
Steve
go.
Kerr will tell us.
Listen, if you read it on the internet, it's probably true.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
100%. This day, 1949, RCA intros the 45 RPM record. It becomes the format for singles moving forward. 1962, Connie Francis's Don't Break My Heart. Don't Break the Heart That Loves You hits number 1.
Don't break the heart.
I mean, how could this ever be a number 1 song?
Oh, Bob, it was.
This is like a female Elvis.
No,
They're like
first of all,
slow
watch your
Elvis.
mouth. Watch your mouth on the female Elvis thing.
I love Elvis, but
I
this
know,
is,
but it's not female Elvis. That's not. No.
That's the slow swaying of that. I mean, it was a much slower time,
I
so
understand, but it's
I need
not.
a little tempo. This day, 1967, Jimi Hendrix burns a guitar for a first time on stage. Does that over across the pond in London.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Listen, man, I don't know.
Burning a guitar is not smart. I understand.
Well, neither is probably doing the amount of hallucinogens. he did.
Exactly. That's what I said. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Hey, let me tell you
He
this.
had a heck of a career.
I know this. He didn't die of dementia or old age.
No, you're right. He died of rock star.
Died of being a rock star.
he
That's
did.
exactly right.
Yep.
Mortality, rock star. I love that. That honestly is what they should say. Cause of death,
Yeah,
rock star.
Just do that.
Kind of lumps in a lot of this
I want to
stuff.
be great like Elvis.
Of course, without the tassels. This date, 1968, Lyndon B. Johnson, during his steps to the limit of war in Vietnam speech, announces he would not be running or seeking re-election for President of the United States.
With America's future under challenge right here at home, with our hopes and the world's hopes for
Weak.
peace and the balance every day, I do not believe that I should devote an hour or a day of my time to any personal partisan causes or to any duties other than the awesome duties of this office, the presidency of your country. Accordingly, I shall not seek and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.
Yeah, let's get Nixon instead. That'll be great. Come on, LBJ. Stand up.
Stand up. What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying, Bob. Like, we got Nixon instead. Nixon did some good things.
I was going to say, outside
yes.
of Watergate, what is some negative
Well, other
thing?
than the play, other than the end of the play, though, how was it, Mrs. Lincoln?
Well, I understand that. He got
Yeah.
reelected again in a landslide.
I know. Well, yeah, sure. Let's,
I'm not saying that I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Richard Nixon was the greatest president around, but everybody
Yeah.
remembers Watergate.
right.
I mean, Watergate really had no impact on anything else other than his desire and ability to win the election.
Whatever it takes.
Bodie,
Some
go
people would
watch
respect that sort
All
of
the
level.
President's
Just,
Men. Go watch
I think he
it.
said just means more.
Bobby, you've seen it, right? All the President's Men?
No.
Okay, guys, listen. You need to start
The
watching
one
movies.
movie that you see.
All the President's Men. Robert Redford, Dustin Hoffman. You
Yeah.
need to watch it.
Rain Man?
Okay, he wasn't Rain Man in this movie. That would have been a different twist on it, though. But yes.
Was Hoffman Lincoln in it? Or was he Nixon in this?
No, he wasn't. No. Nixon was Nixon. They didn't have an actor playing Nixon. It was about it was all about the reporters from the Washington Post who went through and investigated everything and broke the story. So there was no
I think
Nixon.
you're thinking of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, where they could see him in the thing. Forrest
Might want
called
to
it.
get a maintenance van up
Listen,
here.
no,
Looks like
don't,
they-
listen,
they're-
listen, no.
Trying to find a fuse box.
You both need to watch All the President's Men. It's cinematic orgasm. There we go.
All right, that might be a strong term.
No, it is.
This date, 1973, Ken Norton defeats Muhammad Ali in a 12-round split decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Rustich. 7 points Norton, 5 points Ali. There it is! There it is! One of the greatest upsets of the game in boxing history. Kenny. Keep Muhammad Ali here. Keep Muhammad Ali here. Here comes Muhammad Ali to congratulate Kenny Norton. Ali's mouth filled with blood.
I mean, Thitoff, I know you were just a young lad at that time. Was that a fairly significant upset?
It was an upset, yes. A significant upset for sure, yes. Ali was still in his prime-ish, late
I was
part
to say,
of it.
73 sounds like he still was.
Yeah, because
There.
Foreman fight was after that.
Oh, yeah.
Foreman fight was 74. So, yes, it was an upset there. Ali lost 2 years of his career because of the draft thing.
Yeah.
Where he wouldn't go into the draft. It was 2 years he couldn't fight. Ridiculous. That's all I got, Bob.
Okay.
You want more?
No, that's it. This day, 1978, Wings releases London Town, the London Town album. 1991, the Warsaw Pack disbands. And in 1995, Selena, the famous Mexican singer, was murdered.
Now the story that
She was
gripped
good.
the nation over the weekend, the tragic death of a pop princess.
Selena ran nearly 400 feet across this motel in Corpus Christi, Texas. She was shot and bleeding fast, leaving a trail of blood to the lobby, where she named her shooter.
She said that I've been shot. And this other person asked her, who shot you? And she said, Yolanda.
The woman accused of that murder was a fan, perhaps her biggest fan. She didn't hide her love for the young star. But was she hiding something else?
What we do know, Selena was in the doorway when Yolanda fired one fateful bullet, splitting open a critical artery. Selena clung to life at a hospital before bleeding out, ultimately dying from cardiac arrest.
Bob, did you ever see, I don't know if it's a movie or a
Yeah,
documentary.
with Jennifer
J-Lo,
Lopez.
yeah.
It's okay. How would it be a documentary if it was starring J-Lo?
That's fair.
Somebody had to play Selena.
For sure. That's a great question.
I
Okay,
mean,
Bob.
I didn't see
okay,
that
that's fine.
because it was like
You
it
didn't
was
see
out
it.
on HBO a lot.
This is why, Bob, I never will hire an assistant. This is the reason. Because,
others.
Right. But the assistant, though, usually kills you. David Spade had an assistant try to kill him. And so, like, it feels like assistants, not a good idea.
Phil Hartman's wife killed him.
Right. Don't. So I'll get married. God, too late, Bob.
Twice.
Where were you?
I don't know.
12
I
years
mean,
ago. 12 and a half. 20, whatever it is.
You made it through one. Maybe you'll make it through two.
Hey, Bob, take the under on that one, okay? That she's not digging the garden out back.
All right, there you go. Some birthdays today. The first black heavyweight champ in the history of America, born on this day, 1878, Jack Johnson, one of the best fighters, really changed a lot of things, fought in the South, was out of Chicago. Learned a lot about him doing the show because I would read more and more on him every year. Born on this day, like I said, 1978. Charles Guggenheim, the American director, born on this date, 1924, winner of 4 Oscars. Cesar Chavez, the labor union leader, born on this date, 1927. Gordie Howe, one of the great hockey players of all time, born on this date, 1928. Liz Claiborne, the fashion icon, born on this date, 1929. Had a nice little run there in the Roaring 20s. Jim Johnson, born in 1938. He passed away 2 years ago. Not Jimmy Johnson, but he was a 49ers cornerback, playing 8-time All-Pro, Hall of Famer in the NFL. I thought you might know who he was.
I don't. Jimmy Johnson. If you say Jim Johnson, I think of Jimmy Johnson.
This is a different one.
I understand that. You played with your dad?
I don't know. Dude, he came out 38.
Just kidding, Bob. It was a joke.
It's 20 years older than my dad.
I understand.
But turning 83 today, it was a real treat when we had him come through here. And I'm excited to hear what Bodie put together. One of the more underrated actors in history. His breadth of character is amazing. His versatility unrivaled. The one, the only, Christopher Walken.
Mommy, let's not go there again.
Actually, Todd is an amazing painter. He's going to the Rhode Island School of Design.
Yeah, Dad used to think I'd be a political liability, in case he ever ran for president.
Not Todd. Actually, truth be told, polling shows a majority of the American people would ultimately empathize with our situation.
What is our situation, Dad?
I don't know what get into me, Secretary. I do.
5 generations of large family breeding.
Jeremy, sit this play out. Todd, come on in.
You must be joking.
Wouldn't kill you. We play some competitive sports. Once in a while, would it?
Oh, would that make you love me?
Jesus. Nature versus nurture, Lodge. Nature always wins.
I love that movie.
I thought you were going to pull stuff from some different things. I didn't realize
that's
it's just
great. I like the 3 and 400 push-ups thing.
the 5 generations of large family breeding is really a great line.
You can relate, Bob.
His delivery on that is tremendous.
Your son will be that way, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
How many generations of...
I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
Family breeding.
Okay. No, wait. Your dad played the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're second generation on that one.
I guess.
Did your grandfather...
My older dad.
Your older, the other dad.
My grandfather? No.
Okay,
he didn't even graduate high school. But he was a lot bigger than my dad. My dad was the runt of his family.
Okay.
Turning 78 today, the man that invented the internet, Mr. Al Gore.
Good evening. Just moments ago, I spoke with George W. Bush and congratulated him on becoming the 43rd President of the United States. And I promised him that I wouldn't call him back this time. I offered to meet with him as soon as possible so that we can start to heal the divisions of the campaign and the contest through which we've just passed. Almost a century and a half ago, Senator Stephen Douglas told Abraham Lincoln, who had just defeated him for the presidency, "Partisan feeling must yield to patriotism."
Start the Confederacy.
I'm with you, Mr. President, and God bless you. Well, in that same spirit, I say to President-elect Bush that what remains of partisan rancor must now be put aside, and may God bless his stewardship of this country.
He just referenced, who did he say?
Lincoln?
He said Jefferson Davis?
Jefferson Davis also, yes.
Who then also started the Confederacy.
Yep.
We're going to put these partisan feelings aside, and we will start a civil war.
Let's do it. Come on.
I mean, Abraham Lincoln famously said, if you're a racist, I'll attack you with the North. And that is the foundation on diversity tomorrow.
Bob,
as per Michael Scott.
I have found that I am too old to be drafted. My kids are too young to be drafted. Let's go.
In the donut hole there?
Whatever. Let's do it.
Steve Smith, former Heat and Michigan State star, turning 57 today. He was an All-Star in 1998. Another nice little actor here, born on this date in 1971, turning 55 today. The man who trained Darth Vader, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! I hate you!
Fire hot.
Have you seen this, Thitoff?
Of course I have, Bob.
You were my brother,
Dude, it's a classic. All of them.
I loved you.
A lot of people didn't like the new 3.
I know. the third one's better, but Alec Guinness, though, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Don't try to tell me that McGregor or whatever.
He's only that in one movie. He gets killed.
I know, but he shows up in the second one. Yeah, thank you.
Spoiler from 1980.
Empire, 77 is when he dies. 80 in Empire Strikes Back, he comes back as like a ghost.
Little spirit guy.
Yes.
Do you like that they replaced him in the new ones with Ewan McGregor?
I'm okay with that, but I'm just saying that it's not. Obi-Wan Kenobi is Alec Guinness. It's not Ewan McGregor. If you say Obi-Wan Kenobi and identify who he is, that's who it is. It's Alec Guinness.
Does he like to drink Guinness beer?
I'm not going to die on that hill, but maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
It's Alec Guinness, Bob.
So you've seen all 9 Star Wars?
Yes, and I've seen some of the other ones. I've seen like Rogue One. I've seen. I've watched The Mandalorian. That series.
Okay, so you actually have seen some things. Maybe we'll have to make more Star Wars references.
You need to watch All the President's Men, Bob.
I'll go back and watch that.
Will you really?
Yeah, I feel like I probably have seen some of it.
Clips?
Not clips. I don't like. I'll sit down and watch some of it, and then I have other things going on. I know my dad has seen it. He loves Redford, so
I love your dad.
There's zero chance that he hasn't. So I probably watched some of it with him at some point.
I love your mom
time.
too.
That's good for you. I'm glad.
Say hi to your mom.
Then you know what you need if you love my. I'm gonna have. I was talking to my brother about this last night.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
Did I come up?
I'm gonna send. Yeah, you did because.
Really?
I'm gonna send you to my mom's parenting camp, and she can teach you how to be a better
That's
parent.
great. I would love to. I
don't know. You might not survive.
Your mom
it.
has parenting camp?
50-50.
Is it like an overnight camp?
It would be more like a one-on-one coaching
Okay,
session.
do we go somewhere like overnight?
You would probably want to leave after that.
No, it's not like cabins.
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Let me know.
Former Mr. Ohio from Bedford Chanel, Mr. Bam Childress, turning 44 today. Some passing away on this date. 2019, Mr. Nipsey Hussle. Yes.
As a youth in the set, learn the game, you a student at best. But it's a couple things you can expect. Just like money, no money, with shooters respect.
Do you know who Nipsey Russell is?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that's it. Nipsey Hussle is his name, but Nipsey Russell was actually an actor.
Oh.
And that's where he got it from. He was an African-American actor in like the 60s and 70s and on game shows and stuff like that. That's where he called himself Nipsey Hussle because of Nipsey Russell.
It's a level that I didn't know I was going to get to today.
Googling.
Google me, B.
You can say the B word, can't you?
I'm not. Listen, there's certain things in this world.
Okay.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's fair.
Selena, as we mentioned, passing away on this date in 1995, and then losing one of the great Buckeyes of all time. Some would say possibly the greatest.
Oh, here we go.
The man who changed everything in 1936, the world famous Jesse Owens.
After the fanfares of the Olympic opening comes the most amazing performance by America's black streak Jesse Owens in the 100 meter.
On the black streak. That is amazing.
As he wins the final and equals the world's record time. This and his later victory in the long jump may well be the athletic performances of the century.
I mean, that's the best.
Off.
What do you mean? The guy was British.
I understand that. I understand, but the black streak seems a bit racist.
I mean, they called Doug Donnelly White Lightning. I mean, what are we talking about?
White privilege.
White
though.
chocolate.
Yes.
Jason Williams.
I know, that's okay. Bob, you can say about white people. You can't say about black people. You can't,
Oh,
Bob.
jeez.
Tell me I'm
I'm not
wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I am going to tell you you're wrong.
So you're saying white lightning, white chocolate's okay.
Listen,
but black
Coach,
streak?
I'm not getting into this argument with you. It's not going to happen.
Don't get
It's
suspended,
it's
Tito.
too early.
I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I'm not even going to bring that up. Thank you, Bodie.
Don't, Bob.
Thank
just
you, Bodie, for bringing.
Who's next?
You want
Who's next?
listen. You got to choose the corners you walk into over
That's
here.
right, Bob. I'm just saying.
You're like
You can't do that.
You're like the one. You're like the one boozer brother over there, just panicking at the end and throwing the ball up in the air. All you had to do was hold on to it. And it would have came foul you. You just threw that thing up in the air.
Yes, I know.
So you get exactly what you deserve.
Thank God Fish is listening.
My goodness. All right, some holidays and observances before we get out of here for the 31st. It's Cesar Chavez Day. It is National Crown Day, National Farm Workers Day, National Prom Day. Proms are probably starting up. And Tater Day. What's taters, precious? And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date. Tuesday, March 31st, the final day of the month, the 90th day of the year, and 275 days remaining in this 26.
Coming up next, Bob. Well done, as always, General. I have a curious Whiskers question about bending the rules. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn, skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Hey folks, Austin Ward here. You know, there was a time if you handed me a bread basket at dinner, it was like feeding a gator. You might lose a finger. Bread, pasta, pizza, man, carbs were undefeated in my life. That is, until Awaken 180 weight loss came in and flipped the script. Look, I've run the gauntlet of diets, and each time, carbs won by knockout. But Awaken 180 isn't a diet. It's a whole new playbook for changed up lifestyle. We all know it's necessary to lose that weight, but this is to keep it off. That constant carb craving, the one we all shrug off as normal, gone. Sure, I still love my pizza, but here's the difference. Now I don't need it. So now, most times when that waiter hustles over with a basket of temptation, I just grin, give a little nod, and wave it away like I'm passing on a 4th and long. Because I'm in control now. Awaken 180 isn't just a game changer, it's a life changer. Trust me. Call them at 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com. Your future self will thank you.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, my initial foray, if you will, into media was through the print journalism world.
Yep.
Columbus Dispatch. And I hate how bad journalism is now. All the cuts, all the newspapers that are dying and whatnot.
Do you get a newspaper?
No.
Okay, then I don't want to hear it.
I subscribe to Athletic, though. Athletic's got former reporters.
That's true. Former.
Well, the reporters from the... I'm sorry. You're right, Bob. I shouldn't say former.
What are they doing over there?
No, you're right. Okay, Bob, that's fair. That's fair. I'm saying, though, the Athletic is outstanding. The New York Post, and this was their reason for you to get you to click on the story. All right? It's about Tiger Woods. This is not making fun or making light of what Tiger Woods has done or will do, for that matter. Okay?
I mean, I think it's impressive that my man, with limitless resources, because it takes a certain degree of stick-to-itiveness and stubbornness to say, you know what, there's an easier path to go, but I'm going to choose the hard way.
Okay. The New York Post.
Led him to 15 majors, also led him to 4 DUIs.
Right. Hey. You know who else has 4 wins in the last 3.5 decades, Bob?
Cowboys playoffs?
That's right.
There we go. Bob.
What was that meme that I sent you over?
That's exactly what you said.
Oh, by the way, I got a meme too.
I said, buddy, that's what it was. Tiger Woods, in like the last 30 years, 4 car flips, Cowboys, 4 playoff wins.
Okay, I've got a good one for you too, though. We'll talk about that in a second. Hell with it. We'll talk about it now. Bob, a mutual friend of ours sent me a text, sent me a link to a Instagram thing. And I go to it, and it's got a kid with his, like, in court, head on the table, and it talks about how he was beaten by, Bodie laugh. No, it's okay. He was beaten by his parents.
To see where this goes.
Okay. And he's in court because he was beaten by his parents and was trying to get, like, emancipation, right?
Is Macaulay Culkin?
Anyway, Bob, I see it from our mutual friend, and I'm like, why would this guy send this to me? This seems... Do I come off as somebody who beats his kid?
No, you come off as somebody that should.
That's fine. Okay. We're not going to watch Naked Pinocchio today, Bob. But so I see that. And
that'll be probably lesson 1 in the Susie Carpenter parenting school.
That's fine. Bob, but I see it. I'm like, why would he send it? It's to somebody I respect. Okay? I respect this guy. He sends it to me, and I see about this guy's in court. His parents beat him. He went to go live with his grandparents. They beat him as well.
Jeez. Well, because if they're raised by their parents that beat them.
Okay, Bob. Here we go.
You should see Landman. There's a very profound statement made by Billy Bob about that.
I stop reading the text at that point. I close out. I tell my wife, why would he send this to me? Like, do I have that vibe? And, like, I spent a couple of days stewing on it. Like, did I do something?
Did you not really fully look at what the post was?
Okay, here we go.
This is where the details. Thitoff's never really been a detail guy.
Okay, several days later, after stewing on it for a couple of days, I stewed on it. I was like, oh, God, what? Do I give that vibe off as somebody beats his kid? By the way, stay in school. Don't do drugs. Bob, I read the whole thing a few days after that. And it says he was put in the custody of his aunt and uncle. They also beat him.
Jeez.
I know. So he's in court now. And so I'm like, now I'm reading this now. This is like 5 days later.
Use the term beat. I mean, is it punish? I think
it's physical. It's physical assault. It's physically beating somebody.
Okay, so there's a difference here.
What?
Beating and punishing. Like there's physical punishment that you can give someone.
The end of it is, it says at the very end that the judge granted temporary custody to the Dallas Cowboys because they don't beat anybody. Now, so I understand why I said it now. But I'm saying for like 5 days, I was wondering, do I give off that vibe? And I don't, because you said I have lax regulations. Okay. New York Post. Their article. The way they get you to click on it, Bob, it says an insider said that the 50-year-old Tiger Woods thinks he is fine to drive. That's the headline. It's like, of course he thinks he's fine to drive. That's what drunk drivers do. They think they're okay to drive.
Well, he's not drunk.
Okay, whatever. I'm saying, like, he thinks he's fine to drive. Let me ask you this question, Bob. It's Tiger Woods. Totally hypothetical, Bob, which I know you love when I do this. There is no way in hell this would ever happen. But if Tiger Woods said to the PGA Tour, I will play in events, but I need a golf cart, what would the PGA Tour say?
I don't think Tiger would ever do that.
Pop, I just said it's hypothetical. I just told you that.
Then what if I told you I would fly from here to Los Angeles? On a plane? No, I'm just going to fly.
Okay. No, but Bob, though, what would the PGA say to that? If he said, look, like the PGA, they know Tiger sells. If he said, I'll play in 20 events this year.
How good is he playing? Like he's not making cuts. People
do you think it matters?
You know why people? Yes. You know why people like Tiger Woods? Because he was great. He's not great anymore. So yeah, now people come to watch him for a little bit of the novelty. But if he was playing in 20 events a year, I don't think he would probably get that.
If he played,
he's not making the cuts.
I know that Casey Martin had the thing because of his leg issue, and there was a big legal thing around that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, like, if Tiger said to the PGA, hey, look, I want to play in a bunch of events. Don't you think, though, the notoriety and the eyeballs he would bring, regardless how he plays, there's always a chance Tiger plays. There's always a chance Tiger wins. Always a chance.
There's a chance anybody can win. I could go out there and win. I mean, it's
I've seen your swing.
Listen.
Yeah.
Tiger can't. He's proven this over the course. Like his Masters was his last gasp,
which was great.
He's not competing. It was great.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And I would go back and go watch him. He can't physically do it now for 4 rounds.
Well, he can't when he's walking. That's for damn sure. Like the Masters,
I don't know
is a
that he
tough
can
walk.
physically do it, even if he's not.
So
and I think he has too much pride that he would never ask for a cart.
He would never ask for a cart, Bob. But if he did, would you? Do you think the PGA would allow it?
I always reference this.
Yeah.
You know, I look back at the movie Happy Gilmore. You know, he's attracting new youthful sponsors. I'm not going to let my reign at the top be spoiled by some freak, some sideshow clown. Pete Tiger brings eyeballs. He brings awareness.
He's why all the purses are where they're at now.
100%.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's driving that anymore. And I don't. Here's the problem: is that you're proposing a hypothetical that would never happen.
Tiger
he would never ask it.
I know.
So having the conversation seems to be a bit disingenuous.
Also, wouldn't he need to get to Saturday and Sunday to really draw the eyeballs?
Yes.
And
no one cares about
no, absolutely would, yes. But Thursday, Friday, there'd be people watching.
Yeah, but I don't know enough to make a dent.
By the way, and no one was really watching. You watch for the majors, which the PGA doesn't control.
Okay, so if he went to the Masters and said, look, I'll play this year, I need a cart. Would the Masters say, go to hell? Or would the Masters say, you know what, sure?
I don't think they'd do it.
I don't think the Masters would.
Okay, U.S. Open?
I don't think any of them would.
None of them would.
Maybe
the PGA.
Maybe the British. Maybe over there, the one we call the Open, but it's called the British Open.
They're
really.
not. They would never let that happen.
Wouldn't you say among the handful of major sports that we follow, at least in this country, like I would guess golf is pretty high on the like old school rating, if you will.
It is, yeah.
Like pretty traditional, not gonna
the pretty traditional, yes, but Bodie, we're also most people now, you included, are in the Tiger era. I was in the Jack era. Okay, like Tiger came much later for me.
Tiger is like 3 years younger. It's like 4 years younger than you.
That's fine. Yes, 4. But I'm saying no, Bob. But I'm saying like when I first started
much
following
later
golf.
than me.
No, listen. No, what I mean.
Tiger's 50.
No, not much later. I'm saying what I mean by much later is I followed golf for a long time before Tiger. Put it that way.
Okay.
I know he's 4 years younger than me. I'm saying though,
Tiger. Do you know how old Tiger was when he won his first Masters?
I think he was 21.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how can you define a long time?
What I'm saying though, Bob, no, I followed golf starting when I was like 10 years old. And that was still like the Jack kind of era.
I get
is
that.
what I'm saying. So I don't mean Tiger's much younger than me.
Let me do the math on this.
Please do it. 81. And so Jack still won majors, and then 86 he won the Masters.
Hold on.
What are you going to do here?
You were born in 81.
No, born in 71. I'm saying 81, 10 years old is when I started.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's when I started really
following
golf.
81, I was like, that math doesn't work. Okay.
No, the math doesn't work on that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you were like 15 when he won, 14, 15 when he won.
I was.
Yes,
I was.
Because that was his last
15.
one.
That was
By
the last
way,
major.
He hadn't won like 5 years prior to that.
He had won the 80 U.S. Open. I thought he won one in 82 also. I could be wrong. I thought he won the major in 82.
I'll have to look, but it had been at least 3, if not 4 or 5
Okay, what I'm
years.
saying is when I first started following golf, though, Jack was still Jack. That's what he was.
Yeah.
And so that was more of my thing. But I'm saying younger players, though, younger people, you people, Bodie, who have grown up strictly in the Tiger era, I think they would be, and by the way, Bodie is now a high-income individual. And so I would think the PGA and the Masters wants eyeballs from people like Bodie, those people, on their events. So I wonder if they would. I know, Bob, it will never happen. Tiger will never say, give me a cart and I'll play. He will never do it.
I think if they offered him a card, he would still say no.
You're right. Yes.
I think the thing with like golf though is like you're either a fan and you're going to watch regardless,
right?
Or you're not going to watch until Sunday when it's kind of coming down to crunch time.
Yes.
And I am absolutely somebody who falls in the latter category of the two. And so I don't care if Tiger's playing Thursday or Friday. Like if he gets to Saturday or Sunday, then it might pique my interest. But I think we can all agree that that's probably not happening anymore.
Coming up next. God, we're going to be fast on this. Quick hitters, morning juice.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. No takers? Yeah, I didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients right here in Columbus, they're getting relief right now, feeling younger and jumping back into life full speed ahead. And that didn't happen in an operating room. My friend Dr. Ray Tesner and his team use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need the relief the most. This is how I was treated. I had a knee issue. I went in there. We had a consultation. I went through a series of treatments. And you know what? After a handful of months, my knee started feeling better and better until I was able to get out there and do the things I loved again. It's all true. It's all real. The sooner you get started, the sooner your inflammation eases and the sooner you'll start feeling better again. So find out if you're a candidate at your free consultation at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
Tito invited the new Russian family who moved in down the street to watch Rocky IV. It did not go well.
I must break you.
This is Morning Juice.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you're a small business or a large operation. Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit, keep your business running smoothly, or even equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well done as always, General Bodie. Take over.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All right, fellas, happy Tuesday. We'll start with some basketball news here for the Buckeyes. We mentioned yesterday that Devin Royal, he's heading to the portal, so we can kind of continue the discussion here because the Buckeyes got some good news yesterday, and that is Amare Bynum will be back for his sophomore season next year. Had a really nice freshman season, 10 points and 5 boards a game. Really came on down the stretch there as the Buckeyes made their push into the NCAA tournament, and dude can absolutely jump out of the gym, which is always fun. Always brings the crowd to the brings the crowd on their feet. And Tito, definitely much needed news here for Jake Diebler as they look to make a second consecutive NCAA appearance.
I ranked them as far as the most important to retain in order was Bynum, Mobley, and then Devin Royal. Lost on Devin Royal, or at least for now. I mean, who knows? Devin Royal could always pivot and come back to Ohio State. He just entered the portal. Doesn't mean he's necessarily leaving. He likely is, but nonetheless, Bynum is a huge one for this team. He was so damn good, and what's fun about it is how much better he got and how much more aggressive and confident he got in the second half of the season versus the first half, which is typical. I mean, look, a freshman comes in, And he's got to find his way. You've got Bruce Thornton, who's a very vocal and strong leader on this team. You got Mobley, who'd been there for a year already. All these different pieces coming into play. You got a senior like Tilly that transferred in. And so it took a while for him to get where he was confident. But if you look at how he played in the last even 6-7 games, it was a different world, Bob.
Yeah. Well, it comes with confidence and experience and feeling comfortable throughout the process, and he finally had all that happen. And it was big to get him back. I wouldn't anticipate Devin Royal coming back, not to say that he couldn't. You go out to the portal, you can explore some offers, what's out there. Maybe Ohio State is the best place for you. Maybe it's not. But this, Amare Bynum was one of the big keys for them to get coming back, and he is going to be locked in now, and hopefully he continues to improve, and you get to see a lot of that potential come to fruition.
I think the recruit Anthony Thompson coming in, who's the 5-star kid, I think that right there may have also played into Devin Royal's decision, just because he kind of saw the writing on the wall that Thompson's going to get a lot of PT, and he's a stud. And so I think that the fact that he and Royal do a lot of the same things may have led to Royal's decision to go play his final year of college basketball, where he can be more featured than he might be at Ohio State.
It'll be interesting to see where he ends up too, because he's good. Yeah. Like he played well for Ohio State. I know he wasn't an All-American or anything, but it's not like he wasn't productive for the Buckeyes last few years.
Well, a lot of times when this stuff happens right now, it's, hey, you have a conversation. This is what your NIL package was last year. This is what we're looking for it to be this year. The player says, well, I want this or that or raise or whatever it is. And it's like, well, this is what we're going to offer. And if you would like to go explore somewhere else, then see if you can get more somewhere else. And we'll wait here for a little bit. And eventually that might expire, but you'll see what you can do. And if not, we wish you your best. And it's like, those are frank and difficult conversations that need to be had. And we'll see how that plays out.
Next up here, guys, currently NFL scheduling rules say that each team can only play 2 games per season on what is considered a short week, which is classified as any game on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. But when there's ratings on the line and money to be had, nothing stops this train. Ben Fisher of the Sports Business Journal has reported that the NFL is moving to reclassify Friday games as not subject to the short week provision, thereby allowing teams to be hypothetically scheduled for 2 Thursday games in addition to a Friday game in the same regular season. The provision is especially important for Prime Video this season as Christmas falls on a Friday. Carp, safe to say that the Cowboys, Packers, 49ers, Steelers, etc. are probably going to be impacted by this rule change the most.
Yeah, I mean, why would Friday? It's only 2 days before Sunday. That's not a short week. Marijuana's not a drug. Friday's not a short week. High school plays on Friday, but they play every Friday or Saturday, but it's not playing Sunday. If you're going to do that, why don't you just play a doubleheader the Thursday before and then have those 2 teams play Friday, and then that kind of helps offset some of that. I don't understand reclassified to Friday not being a short week. This is the most absurd thing that I've heard. And like you said, it's just their way. I mean, they have rules where you can only have 7 primetime games. I mean, in Dallas, we'd maximal or national games. I mean, they're just going to max that out. It's tough. It's hard on the players. It's really hard. I mean, granted,
I don't want to hear that, Bob.
Whatever. I know you don't.
No, I'm saying you people though, get out there and play.
Exactly.
Right? You signed up for it.
Yeah. I mean, but all the teams, it's not the same. So
that's
it's
fine.
A little different.
I understand that, but I'm saying you guys signed up for it. But look, like I've told you before, there's an internal struggle with me inside Tito. That bit here. Bob, logically, what you are saying and your concerns about it make a ton of sense. They do. Football fan Tito's I don't care. Get out there and play. Bob, I honestly struggle with that.
I don't, because I know what you're saying. And so I tell my kids, nobody cares. My wife gets mad at me about that. I was like, because of people like him.
Well, first
I was like, he doesn't care about your well-being.
That's okay, but
I didn't get a piece of my sister's birthday cake. Nobody cares. Outside of this house, no one cares. They don't.
And even some in this house.
Some people in this house.
Okay, so Bob, though, but how do you rationalize that then? Do you when you look at this, you hear the NFL saying this, we're going to do it this way. We don't care. Fridays don't count as short weeks.
How do they not count as a short week?
Okay, I'm not saying.
Please explain that to me.
Bob, listen, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm asking you as a former NFL player who went out there.
They put a rule in there where you can only have 2 short week games in for a reason.
Okay.
And now they're, quote, reclassifying that.
How about 3?
We're gonna
Okay,
no, they're just going to define
You know
Friday
what?
as a non-shortened week.
How about unlimited?
Yeah.
Okay, don't, Bobby. You're gonna play the Mr. Unlimited. Bobby, though, like you as somebody though who played the game, and okay, I'm gonna say a couple of words here. Warrior, gladiator,
sure.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay, why don't
Death
you?
smiles at us all.
Why don't you say get out there and play?
I mean, I did go out there and play.
I understand that, and you would. Okay,
I'm not saying that I think it's right.
Okay.
Now, like they had so they put this rule in for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So they could hide under the guise of we love our players. We're
Right.
trying
It's
to
all about money. I know
we're
this.
trying to be safe for them. And then they're going to go out and try to say, well, Friday's not a short week. I understand it's not 4. It's not 7, but it's 5.
Right.
So we're going to say that
Closer
that's closer. Is it closer to 7
round
than
up.
4?
If you
Yeah.
round up, maybe. Bob.
What is this? Like Price is Right rules? Like, come on. And that's the thing. Like, and it's only going to impact probably 6 to 8 teams that are that they're going to be putting on that stuff on their featured days. So that's my point. Is like it doesn't impact everybody equally. So
but how do you how in your mind?
How do they justify it?
No. How do you in your mind you decide? Okay,
What's what I'm saying? If you're playing on this, you should be getting paid more then.
Okay, but I'm like in your mind, gladiator, former football player, all this stuff that go all out all the time. I'm going to be a competitor. I'm going to do it. Whatever it is. I don't care if it's Friday, Thursday. Okay. But like you then also as a outside of it now, like former NFL player, is there any kind of like in your mind? I told you I struggle with it because I know that logically it makes no sense. In your mind, do you look at it, do you have a hard time both ways? Like logically, I understand why it's stupid to do it. But as a competitor, as an athlete, as again, gladiator and warrior, do you look at it and say, shut up and play?
I don't tell anyone shut up and play.
Okay.
Like so, but I will say, like, here's the thing: everybody gets paid the same. But if you're getting asked to do this, and this is like the beauty of what it is, collectively bargained, everybody shares in it. But the people that are carrying the lion's share of this, like it's physically punitive to have to go out and do that, and it's hard. It hurts your body. It's not easy. So I can empathize with those guys having gone through it and knowing how difficult that is. That it's going to be tough. And so why do they need to do this? They have other teams that can play. It's not like they're saying nobody can play on Friday, but they just want to have some team that's already being played, which are one of the premier teams to put out there. Well, hey, in the military, they have hazard pay and other things. Hey, you're going to get your shortened week pay this time. If you're playing that third game, you get an extra $10,000 in your check. All right, well, then at least that's what the money's for.
Coming up next, speaking of this, a current coach is not happy about the international game his team has to play. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here. And I'm an innovation ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Morning Juice. Tito, the gladiator to my left. Bodie us under glass. Not really glass, so. People, Bob. These people. Now, somebody put out there something about, that Casey Martin was denied by the PGA Tour for his injuries as far as riding on a cart. And I get that. I know. I'm not saying Tiger ever would.
They denied Chubbs.
I understand that. I just didn't know, though,
if black.
If Tiger's power.
What is this?
Well, Tiger's got power. No?
We'll call it influence.
Okay, influence. That's fine. Tiger's influence, though, could possibly change that if he wanted to do so.
You keep saying if. He's not. Exactly.
I know he's not going to, Bob. I know. It's a fun conversation. Do you have fun? Are you not entertained?
No, I'm not, because it's something I'm living in a world that it's not real. Like, that's not a real, it's not a real situation.
Kyle Shanahan, by the way, has come out and said
he wants to coach from a golf cart.
You know what? Kyle Shanahan probably could. He said the Niners get no benefit from the Australia trip when they're playing the Rams.
They also get no benefit from that power station right beside him. All their guys just blowing
they've
ligaments.
looked into it. No, Bob. They
hired a scientist. They're going to do more evaluations.
But they've said so far.
Yeah, because they're the ones they're the ones that are going to be on the hook for it.
Here is what Shanahan said about the Australia game they're playing against the Rams. And conference game, or the division game, also conference game. Divisional game, though, the Rams are the home team. And this is what Shanahan said. I don't see any pro. It's cool for the league to play globally. I think that's awesome. But as far as the team doing it, there's not much benefit to it. Sometimes it's nice to get a bye week after that, but doesn't happen in week one because they're playing week one in that game. It is a game, the Niners and the Rams, it'll be on here, us people, Thursday, September 10th, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be 10:35 a.m. out there in Melbourne.
Jesus, that's awful.
They're playing a morning game, Bob.
They're playing a JV game.
Right, and then there's a soccer game, a youth soccer game right after that on the same field probably.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, what? Oh, that's going to suck.
Okay, so.
Those guys are going to have to get up at like 4, 5 in the morning.
Okay, it is stupid to do this. It is smart to do it week one. Fair? I mean, like, because
the problem is the time shift is so dramatic,
right?
That if you want to do it, they would be better off playing like a late night game there. I don't know what the time difference is, but it sounds if you're playing at 10 and it's going off at 8.
10:35 a.m. is when it's going there. 8:35 p.m. here.
So that's 10 hours difference.
Yes.
So it'd be better to.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, could you play a game there at like 11 o'clock and have it be at 9 a.m. here, like London style?
You could do that.
I just it's so different that I don't know if there's a good time where you could functionally have your players ready to go and show it in an appropriate TV viewing window here. Like it's NIMBYism. Like everybody thinks in theory it's like, yeah, it's great to grow the game or giving people experiences. Is it great to grow the game over there at 10 a.m.? Like, is that the experience that people are wanting?
Do you know how long the flight is for San Francisco?
From San Fran to Melbourne?
Yep.
14 hours.
It says a 19 to 20-hour flight.
Even better. Yeah,
that's a long flight, Bob.
Our punter, Matt McBriar, was Australian. He used to fly home. So that sounds terrible.
It doesn't make much sense. John Lynch, the GM for 49ers, said, we may be going a little bit early. They may be going down later.
The thing is, the flight for them to London is probably like 11.
Right. It's longer than that, yes. But we're trying to look at everything to make it as comfortable as possible. It's kind of like there's a price to being a high-profile team with a lot of stars. The league wants us on prime time. They want us in situations, to put us in situations. What's our situation, Dad? What I've learned, you have to advocate. I certainly do for our guys, but at some point, these are the cards you're dealt. Let's make it the best we possibly can. The Rams are allegedly, reportedly, supposedly going a little bit later than the 49ers are. But if you're going to do it this way, Bob, and yes, I think it's stupid. I've already talked about this, how stupid it is to play international games. It's dumb. But
I don't think that. I think if they did this, they should have opened up the season. Like, I don't know if they're allowed to play a week earlier.
Oh, yeah, see, that's why the Seahawks are playing on Wednesday. Yeah. Like, normally it's on Thursday, but the defending Super Bowl champions now are playing on a Wednesday this year.
Getting back
because
from
of this.
That's going to feel terrible. Getting there won't be bad. It's going to be a rough game.
Shanahan, a little bit of sarcasm here. When he heard about the game, I was so fired up. That was our goal, to go from 19 hours away to play a game. We'll deal with it. And I think there's 9 international games. We've got 2 of them, so we're fired up about that. I don't think he really is, Bob.
They've got 2 of them?
They've got 2 international
Where's
games this
their
year.
other one?
I don't know off the top of my head. I just saw the quote.
Down in Mexico?
It might be.
Hopefully, like if you're San
Mexico's not
Francisco,
too bad.
like you could play stuff down and like playing stuff in the Western Hemisphere isn't terrible. And London and Germany and that stuff isn't bad. If you're going to make everybody do it, I get it. It's growing the game, and people, because of that, everybody gets paid more. I get all of those things.
Right.
The time when you have to do it really sucks. I did it once, and it was cool.
You didn't like it?
Well, because we went out there Thursday night.
Okay.
The Rams got to go out there all week, and they got to have like 2 days off, hang out a little bit, relax. It's like a bowl trip. Well, granted, we beat them by like 20 points. But they weren't very good.
Humble brag.
They weren't very good anyway.
Yeah, but you guys were good.
And it was a fun like experience. Then we got to go out afterwards, have a good time.
Pint.
I didn't have a pint, dude.
2?
No, I'm not drinking pints.
What are you drinking?
It's just we went to this place called Whiskey Mist, which was amazing. It was down in
Center
this
stage.
basement.
Who's the center stage?
What's crazy because we went in there and Amendola. I think I still have the scarf actually.
Oh,
Danny was wearing the scarf. He was
Here
playing
we
for the
go.
Rams, and I knew Danny from my time in Dallas. He's like, "Hey, bro," we started talking, and then we he had this scarf on. I was like, "I think I might be a scarf guy," and he's like, "Put it on." He's like, "You look great." He's like, "You should just wear this, dude." I mean, Danny was all like into his fashion and everything, and it was cool because like all the players kind of hung out together, and then there was some guy who was a big New England fan who paid for all of it, which was probably the best part, part of the night. But I remember getting back to my room at like 3 a.m. They don't close stuff down over there, and so like our bus, we had to flip windows with the Rams. We were supposed to fly out later because our flight was shorter.
Oh, you meant flip like flight windows,
Flight
not
windows.
flip actual windows. I was thinking like this is a great
flight
story.
windows.
Okay.
Because that was when they had Sandy was coming through, and we had to get in before Sandy did. We landed. There was not a single other plane on like active in Boston Logan, which is a very busy airport.
Yeah.
Huge waves crashing up in there. The guy pilot's like, "Put your seatbelts on." Came on in. It wasn't too bad, but yeah, it was wild. But we had to wait. We almost missed. I actually talked to Matty P about this because one of the coaches that he had to help get up was not really responsive because of going out that night and really getting after it. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and that was cool. But that was like a one-off, and we were a good team. But like going to Melbourne, like if you're gonna tell me we have to go there for like 10 days, get to see a little bit of it, hang out, then that wouldn't be too bad.
I've got a very serious question for you.
I've been to Europe one time, and that was
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never paid for a trip to Europe.
Of course you didn't. Here's my football privilege. You people. Here's my question, Bob.
The food there was atrocious.
You said that. Look, that's why I thought that when you went to London, it was
British food is terrible.
You hated it. You hated it. I know.
I don't know why. We saved them from Germany, but not for the food. I promise you that.
Bob's trying to start a war with England now. Bob,
I like most of my English friends. I got a couple English mates. They're good dudes. They like America better than England now, so that's how I know they're smart guys.
Are you also then like biased towards London, Ohio?
I don't know if that's the same type of Londoners.
It's London though, but I'm just saying. Okay, anyway, they do have an accent in London. Bob, here's my question for you, and this is very important. I want you to think about it before you answer. Don't just like fire off an answer without thinking about it. Be well thought out in this one. Is there a picture that exists of you wearing a scarf?
I'm sure somewhere.
So, like, have you ever been a scarf guy?
I wore a scarf. I've worn scarves to Ohio State games.
Okay, but like.
Oh yeah, when I go to New York, I've got like a nice.
You do it.
I've got a couple really nice scarves. I don't wear them regularly. I've got a couple nice coats that like they go together with it and they look good. But yeah, I'm not a regular scarf guy.
So you would not say you're a scarf guy. You would just say someone.
To quote my mom, if you're going to go get all dolled up, if I'm gonna dress nice and like look the part and put on my nice trappings, then I will wear like one of my nice scarves with one of my nice jackets, have the watch, the shoes, do everything.
You've never sounded more British when you said trappings, but go ahead.
When we go to New York, my wife and I went to New York, I'd wear a scarf. It's windy as hell there, so I'd want that. It helps keep your neck warm. Looks good.
Bodie, are you a scarf guy, or is there any picture of Bodie wearing a scarf?
There's not. Don't know that I've ever put one on.
Right?
Not intentionally. Just
I know what you mean. Yeah,
but sure. Maybe I am a scarf guy. Maybe that's what I've been missing my entire life.
I don't know. I'm trying to think myself. I know that I've had people like ex-girlfriends, previous administration, current administration, buy me scarves, but I don't know if there's a picture of me wearing a scarf.
I'm sure there is of me because I'd wore them to Ohio State games before.
All right. Bobby, the Cleveland Browns. No, changing gears here now.
On to more positive news.
Yeah, of course. They have withdrawn their proposal of extending out how far in advance you can trade draft picks. The rule right now is 3 years.
Yeah, which is probably prudent.
Because
then you get GMs that are just trading stuff that they'll never have to worry about.
Bob, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Ted Stepien. Anyway, doesn't matter. He's dead. There's a Stepien rule in the NBA. Because when he was the owner of the Cavs, he traded so many first-round picks for years. They ended up saying, hey, wait, we can't do this anymore. We can't have you trading 9 years of first-round picks to just suck.
I mean, it still happens today, honestly.
Well, it's 5 years in the NBA, though.
That's a long time,
It
though.
is.
I mean,
I'm with you, but he used to be like, he was worse than that, though. He was trading so and that was back when the NBA draft was like 10 rounds, and he would trade so many people in advance. And like
how many first-round picks?
Oh, Brad
to send to San Antonio for Wembanyama.
Exactly, right. So you could do that. So the Browns have withdrawn that. And, Bob, I'm with you. I think that it's
3 years seems about appropriate.
That's what I think, too. So I
love that they had that in there, though. Like that they were pushing it. Like they must not have had very much support behind it because that's the only reason you withdraw that if you don't think it has any chance of winning.
Well, Sean McVay came out and said there's no way it's passing. This was before the Browns announced it. McVay went on, I don't know what it was. Anyway, McVay went somewhere. There.
He's related to Tim.
Tim McVay? I don't think he is. But he
their offense is really explosive.
That's fair, Bob. Yes, that's a good point by you. I don't know if that's the case or not. But if I said that, you would have ripped me for saying that. I'm not going to rip you.
You're not smart enough to put it together.
Yes, I am. I am smart enough to put it. Bob, you would have ripped me if I used that reference.
There was a player, Ohio State had a linebacker, and I don't remember what his first name was, but his last name was McVay, and I called him Tim McVay all the time.
That's fair.
And no one knew, like, who's Tim McVay? I go, Google him.
So anyway, so he came out and said, yeah, there's no way this passes. The Browns said, okay, we're not going to do it. But the Browns caught flack for that. I'm with you on that one, Bob. Also,
Jimmy Haslam also said,
what?
Let's not call that Deshaun Watson trade a swing and a miss yet. It could be a home run.
Hey, you watch what happens.
Josh, did he really say that?
Something along those
lines. Is he high right now? I mean, it's honestly like Ricky Bobby's down.
Oh, Ricky, I was high when I said that.
But, Bob, it might be a home run still. He'd come out this year and lead them to a playoff berth.
I don't know if I define that as a home run.
Well,
maybe a ground rule double. That was maybe the home run that like bounced off Canseco's head and went up in there. Maybe not like the greatest thing, but it ended up working out well. The ends would always justify the means. If he somehow won a Super Bowl for him, you would it would be part of the story, but people would forget much of the beginning part of it. Now, maybe not all of the massage antics, but the torn Achilles and everything else twice and everything else just
Achillesies.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bob, though, is there anything then that would happen this year? Anything? You said Super Bowl. Is that the only way? I know. Look, Bodie, I know we're doing hypotheticals here. We also talked about Tiger Woods in the golf cart. But is there anything?
Which is more likely? Tiger Woods rides in a golf cart in a PGA event, or the Browns win a Super Bowl? I would say Browns winning a Super Bowl.
How about an asteroid nailing Earth and ending us all?
We can't keep giving Bodie poll questions. We keep doing his job for him. But Bob, though, could anything happen this year with the Browns that would make them or make fans say, oh, I'm glad we did that trade? So you said Super Bowl. Is that the only way? What if they make the AFC Championship game? They're not going to. I get it.
They lose to John Elway.
Fine. Elway comes out of retirement, plays the Broncos, and they do that. I'm saying, though, Bob, is there anything that can happen this year with Deshaun Watson that would make Browns fans say, man, I'm glad we made that trade?
Man, I'm glad. Ooh. I don't know.
I think an AFC title game would have to be the floor.
Getting to the game.
Because you can't just wash away everything with 1 year.
No.
Well, this has been wash it, but
this has been 3 or 4 years, however long he's been there, which feels like longer than that, but of just like he's played poorly.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got your hopes up in the first place when
that's
you
the thing. He
made
hasn't
that
really
trade.
played well when he was even healthy.
Yeah, like he hasn't played a lot, and when he did play, it wasn't very good. You kind of, as if the Browns needed this any more than they already had it, were the laughing stock of the league in some ways, just because it's like, I mean, I think at some point in time we've all rooted for a team who either the team itself or the players, the coach has kind of like gotten in some turmoil off the field.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this sucks. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, well, this, I didn't do anything. I'm innocent in this whole mess, but because I'm a fan of the team, you kind of get like looped into it somehow. And so that hasn't been a very good time. And then the quarterbacks they've had to try to replace Deshaun have arguably been worse than him somehow, which is kind of
that's tough
saying something.
Right.
And so I think it's not just like, hey, 10-7, win a playoff game. It's like, I'd say at least AFC title game, which I don't think this iteration of the Browns has made it to, if I'm not mistaken. That's
no,
not right.
Yeah.
So
No.
no.
They've won one. No, two. I think they've won two. They won
Two
one.
playoff
They
games?
won one with what's his name? Was it Butch Davis that won one when he was there?
He might have won one, yeah.
Early on.
Was it with Kelly Holcomb or?
Yes. I mean, they it was paper mache together. It wasn't like they were building a dynasty.
Hey,
and then
listen.
Baker, then they won one with Baker.
Yeah, when they
Right,
beat
they did.
Pittsburgh.
That
Listen,
was
man,
the snap over Roethlisberger's head to start the game, yeah.
there's a lot of teams who haven't made the title game in 30 years, Bob. The Browns are just one.
So
Not the only one.
can we collectively agree making it to the AFC Championship game might justify the deal?
I think it
I don't know if it justifies it. It like
kind of balances it out.
Okay.
it makes it less painful.
Bob, I hate to tell you this, and I'm giving you bad news on the air. I should have talked to you about this before the show. I don't like springing this on you. I
Like
know.
6 to midnight, sprung.
Look, I know exactly. I went 6-12. Bob, I know your Shedeur Sanders jersey you bought bears the number 12 because that's what the Pro Bowl quarterback wore last year for the Browns. You buy it thinking this is a franchise quarterback. I can wear Shedeur Sanders jersey multiple times, multiple years, no problems. He's going to be with the Browns, and this number 12 Shedeur Sanders jersey is going to be prominent, and it'll also be current. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super excited.
He's changed his number now to 2. So either peel the 1 off, Bob. I don't know. Does Caleb have a Shedeur Sanders jersey?
Probably not.
Cullen? My favorite Carpenter?
Probably not.
Okay. But if they did, though, I'm just saying that, Bob, now you've got to change it to 2. He has now changed his jersey number for the upcoming season. What the hell?
Well, he was number 2 at Colorado. Who was number 2 before?
Probably Tim Couch. I don't know who's number 2 before. I don't know. Wait, wasn't Couch number 2?
When someone 2 last year, though, is what I was asking.
I don't know. But I'm surprised they retired Tim Couch's number, right? But Bodie's going to look it up for us. But I because we can hear from the typing.
Sorry.
No. By the way, Bodie, you've messed with me today.
All right.
With that gear you have on. That's a wonderful quarter zip Notre Dame.
Thank you.
Okay. There is the documentary Catholics versus Convicts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a former Notre Dame player wearing something like that. And
Lation.
What's that?
I said lation.
Okay, no, don't do that. Anyway, and now when I see you, I see that guy. And it's messing with my head a little bit. Do you have a number 2 from last year?
Will Pauling was number 2 for Notre Dame, but still looking.
Oh, here we go. Okay, thank you.
I don't remember anybody offhand, so that's why I don't know why he wouldn't have just chosen number 2 to begin with.
Great question. And number 2 also has another connotation.
DeAndre Carter? I don't even know who that is.
Right, yeah. I think he's dead. Cross him off the list. Anyway, so Shedeur, though, Bob, for your sake and for your kids' sake, you got to get a new number 2 jersey now for 2026.
That's going to be devastating.
That would be tough for them. I get it. Coming up next, look, Jackets have a big game tonight against Carolina. We already had women's basketball Bob. We've had baseball Bob this week. I don't know if hockey Bob exists or hockey Tito, but we do have hockey Ryan Baker coming in to break that down for us, what the Jackets need to do to get back in the back on the win column there against Carolina tonight. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at mda.org today.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
I lost count of how many foster homes I lived in. 20, maybe more. Each time, a new family, a new room, but never a space that felt like mine.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a permanent home.
Now I have my own room and decorated it myself. And just like my family, it's mine to keep.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Bob. Let's just get into it right now. I will tell you this. On Sunday, Jackets playing the Bruins. Home game, big game. Fair?
Huge.
Okay. I decide that I am going to go to the game. I'm going to take that press pass. I'm going to go and watch the Jackets play the Bruins. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. I get there. If I get into the parking garage, I paid $15 to park. Baker already told me. By the way, Ryan Baker's doing this here in just a second. But Baker said, no, you can park here for $5, media guy, whatever. So I paid $15 to park. I park the vehicle. Mm-hmm. I get out of the vehicle. I start walking towards the steps to go down to get into the arena. I get a call from my wife. I don't feel well. You got to come home.
Why?
Because she doesn't feel well.
She dying?
Bob, we're not doing this today.
Call the squad.
I got it. So I said, wait, I'm here. And she said, no, I need you to come home. I need you to take care of the kids.
What? Take care of the kids? Dude, your kids are 9 and 12.
11, but.
Whatever. Capable of sustaining themselves for 2.5 hours.
I need you to come home. And I said, are you serious? I'm walking.
This is unbelievable.
Okay, that's fine. And so I paid $15 to park for 6 minutes and then went home. Missed the game.
I don't even understand. Go in your bedroom, lay down. I'll see you in 2.5 hours.
I got you, Bob.
Put on Pinocchio. And you can
Kids
sit there.
naked, yes. Naked Pinocchio.
I'll order a pizza to the house. Yes. I can do that from my phone.
I might try to go tonight. We'll see how it plays out. Jackets play Carolina tonight. Ryan Baker joins us. Ryan Baker has been to every home game this year?
Not every game, but we go to as many as we can.
You should just lie for radio, but nonetheless, okay.
Well, you shouldn't have told that story.
Well, it's a tough story. I get it. Thoughts and prayers. Bakes, the Jackets now are under their, I guess, most tumultuous time under bonus with the 3 losses in a row. Had a chance to get some points at home this weekend and didn't get it. Now they got a tough Carolina team coming in. Why do you think, or what's been different about the Jackets these last 3 games than the previous streak where they were just killing it under bonus?
I think there's probably a lot of factors, and one is it's just sports, right? Everything's going to even out at some point. They were playing at such a pace under Rick Bowness that they were one of the best teams in the league. They were right there with the Buffalo Sabres in that time frame as the best team in the league. So eventually that's going to even out at some point. If you took the record that you had with Rick Bowness as a whole, everybody would be ecstatic with that. But you're in this playoff chase, you get up to second in the Metro, then all of a sudden you lose 4 of 5. You only get points in one of those losses in the shootout loss to Boston on Sunday. Now you're the second wild card. Everybody panics. Oh, my gosh, what's happening here? And the goal scoring dried up a little bit. And you didn't have a good effort Saturday night against San Jose. And then you come out with maybe the best period of hockey you've played in a long time against Boston the next night. And then you revert. So people get nervous about that. Where I feel confident in this Jackets team is you've had this stretch, right? You've lost 4 or 5, but you're still in a wild card spot. And there are 3 teams on your heels nipping, but you're clear of them by 2 points, and that being Ottawa, Detroit, and Philadelphia, who's been really hot as well. If you play Carolina tonight and you win, you're right back to third in the Metro. You hop over the Islanders. They lost to the Penguins last night. They don't play tonight. And if the Penguins lose tonight, you're sitting there points-wise in a tie with the Penguins in that spot in the Metro, but they've got the tiebreaker on you.
Is the tiebreaker head-to-head with that one?
So the tiebreaker in that goes to regulation wins, and then it goes to regulation and overtime wins and things like that. So they're trying to put some importance on those wins in regulation and not getting points in overtime and shootouts all the time. The one thing that I will say is a little concerning right now for the Jackets is you played 3 games in a row where you've lost a player. And I don't think any of them are coming back anytime soon. It seems like, and they haven't said on Olivier yet. They said he's going to get reevaluated yesterday. The team had an off day, so you haven't heard. So you'll probably hear something on Olivier today. But Severson, who was playing the best hockey since you've signed him this year, week to week with an upper body injury. Dmitry Voronkov blocks a shot. He's got a hand injury. That's week to week. So that's the one thing that I think is a little concerning. They called up Luca Del Bel-Beluz yesterday, who's having a great year down in Cleveland. He'll be with the team tonight. But the injury thing, if you want to be concerned about something, be concerned about that.
I told Thitoff, if we beat Carolina twice, the 4 previous games don't matter.
Especially if you beat them like you did last time.
Yeah.
A 5-1 performance, which Rick Bowness has continued to say.
I'll take anything by game. 1.
Yeah. Just get 2, right? Just get 2 points.
What do you think the point total is that they need to get to feel good about getting in the playoffs?
So I said the beginning of last week, 96. I think if you can get to 96, that will get you in. That's 8 points. So you've got 8 games left. You need 8 points out of those, a point a game.
And is that creeping in or is that?
I mean, right now it looks like that's a wild card spot because Boston's sitting there in the first wild card with 92. Pittsburgh's got 90. New York Islanders have 89, and you've got 88 right there with them. So you're probably getting a wild card spot there.
There's a chance, Baker, right? Like, in all likelihood, if they get in, which I said a week and a half ago, I said they would for sure, and now I'm wondering. If they get in, they would potentially play Islanders, Penguins, Carolina. Is there one of those teams they match up best with, and one of them they match up worst with?
Well, Carolina's a really good team, but again, you played them well. We'll see how these 2 games this week go with them. I think just as a Blue Jackets fan, that stigma of the Penguins, right? You've never been able to get over that hump. I think the Penguins might be the worst case scenario. Now, these are different players,
right?
And this is a different coach. So maybe that doesn't matter. I still don't think I'd want to play Crosby and Malkin and Letang in the playoffs. I think the New York Islanders matchup is good for you because the Islanders do play a stingy defensive style of hockey, but they're not the most talented team offensively. So if you, who do have a little bit of talent offensively, if you can get a couple goals on them, maybe you play the Penguins, you're going to need 4 or 5 goals a game. But if you play New York, maybe you only need 3 a game to get by. And I think that New York Islanders matchup is probably the one that I would want to go with, even though Sorokin is a really good goaltender and they do play a very good defensive style of hockey.
Key player down the stretch for you that needs to step it up, could have the biggest impact moving forward here with the final 8.
I think it's probably, to me, Kirill Marchenko. And he's a guy that has been pretty much a point-a-game player, pretty close to it here. He's been goalless, though, in the last 8. And he was just asked about, he's been getting hit a lot. You talk about that Islanders team. The last time they played the Islanders, Casey Cizikas roughed him up a couple times with some big hits. The Kirill Marchenko isn't sneaking up on people in this league anymore. They know that he's a bona fide scorer and a top-line player in this league. And as the temperature rises here, they're defending him like that. He's getting hit and checked a lot more. And he's one of those guys that we talked about the ebbs and flows of the game. He's gone scoreless in 8. If he gets one, he might score in 5 straight. And I think Marchenko, as he adjusts to the way the league is defending him here, if he gets that 1 goal, it might break the dam, and you'll see him go on a scoring streak here down the stretch. He's also, Zach Werenski, obviously everybody knows, but up front, I feel like he's one of 2 guys that they have that can be drivers and control play, and that's him and Adam Fantilli. So when Marchenko's going, and I think Marchenko's played pretty good here recently. He's been noticeable, a couple assists in the Boston game. But if he can get that goal scoring going, I think that's key for this team.
He is Ryan Baker. He's with us, joining us on the Morning Juice. He is also on Bishop and Friends from 9 a.m. to noon right here on The Fan. Also the Fan call-in show on the weekends. You can check that out. He and Scotty Vegas at 9 to 10 or 8 to 9?
8 to 9.
That's what it is, yes. The Fan call-in show for that one where you can get your voice heard. We don't take many calls anymore on these shows, but that's certainly one place where you can get your voice heard on the Fan call-in show, 8 to 9 a.m. every Sunday. Do you think that is there anything that can happen between now and whenever the Jackets' last game is, be it playoffs, be it, whatever it's going to be? Is there anything that can happen between now and then that would sway the decision if Rick Bowness comes back next year?
That's interesting.
It's a great question. What
Columbus
it is,
gets an ocean.
It's a great question. It's what it is.
Like, let's say somehow Columbus
gets an ocean,
gets in the playoffs and wins the Stanley Cup.
Right.
What a way to ride off into the sunset
Sure.
if you're Bonus. I'm guessing he's not coming back then.
Okay.
But maybe he's like, man, I really enjoyed this. They're building something here. We can go. Now, as much of a Jackets fan as I am, I don't think that's happening. I don't know if there's anything that can change Rick Bonus's mind here, and I don't know what his mindset was going into this. I don't know how Don Waddell, you would think Don Waddell would want to bring him back here, but even then, it's not a long-term solution, right? If he signs a contract, it's probably 1 year, maybe
Right.
2 years, and then you're off to the next thing. So I don't believe you did see the first signs of frustration, I think, with Bonus post-game. This last one where he said, a lot of these guys have a lot to learn about playing.
Right.
This time of year, we played a little selfish, and I don't think that would get to him because I think he enjoys this process, and I think he enjoys the teaching. I just don't know if there's anything that would sway a decision one way or the other.
I said Columbus getting an ocean. It sounds he likes to fish. Isn't that where he got the call? He was out on the water?
Yeah, but can you be out on the water in February or January in Columbus?
And maybe
That's the
some
thing.
warm weather.
Ice fishing.
Warm weather as well. Who's he been the best for? Which player do you think, or players do you think he's been the most beneficial?
I think you would have to say the young guys, the Adam Fantillis, maybe the Kirill Marchenkos, although I think Marchenko has been a guy that has played the same way, although maybe it's not the case for a young guy like Kent Johnson. But I think what he's done, he's just come in, and these guys, I don't know how much you have to talk to a Boone Jenner, to a Charlie Coyle, to an Eric Goodbranson, guys that have been in this league a lot and have been around different coaches and seen a lot. But some of these guys are going through things, and you're seeing that right now as they go through this playoff push for the first time. A Denton Matejchuk, an Adam Fantilli, those kind of guys. So it's probably the young guys, and it's probably just getting that consistent communication all the time. Like, hey, this is what I see. This is what the standard is. This is what I want. If we don't get that, we're going to have to go in another direction. But at least everybody knows. It's kind of like the John Tortorella effect. You may not love what you're hearing, but everybody knows what page everybody's on.
What's interesting to me, Brian Baker, by the way, joins us here. We'll get you out on this one.
Oh, wait, Torch just got hired again.
That's
amazing.
Bring it back now, y'all.
Yes.
He's on the bonus deal. We're going to go the rest
Yes.
of the season, and however long it goes, then we'll revisit.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because the further I get away from it, the more I think how ballsy it was to fire Evison when they did and bring in Bonus, just because of the fact all the goodwill Evison brought up last year, like with the way that they played after the tragedy of Johnny Hockey and the way they were in the playoff race until the end. And it's like, what an incredible coaching job he did, right? Held the team together. And then now in January this year, you say, as opposed to like teams in last place in the East, right? They're in last place in the East. And instead of saying, you know what, we're going to ride it out this season with Evison, and then we'll see what we'll make a decision maybe at the end of the season because he's built up enough goodwill. They make the change at that point and bring in Bonus. I thought that was extremely a strong move, and it could have backfired badly for this team and what Waddell did, but it's worked out wonderfully. It seemed like a very bold move, though.
I mean, you say it could have backfired, but you were in last place. How much worse could it have gotten?
Could have been laster.
Laster. And that's what good organizations do, right? And Don Waddell's been around for a long time. He's been a general manager. He's been a president of teams for multiple teams. When you see something that's not right, and you feel like you saw the potential that this group had last year and you didn't make a lot of changes from it, and you were not playing to that, even though Dean is a good coach in this league and he'll get hired again and he'll do a good job, and he did a good job for you last year.
Right.
Something's off, and when you've been around the league enough, you know it. Whether it's in the room, on the ice, however it is. And Don Waddell, he said it was a move that he had been thinking about for a couple of weeks, and once he started thinking about it, he went ahead and pulled the trigger. You got to try to salvage the season any way possible, and I think that was maybe not even a step in this Blue Jackets team, but in this organization of, hey, this is what good organizations do. We're going to do that too. We don't care where we are in the standings. Something's not right. We're going to fix it now and not let it linger.
Bobby deals with not-so-smart co-hosts. When you're on your fan call-in show, when you get not-so-smart call-ins, how do you handle that as a pro?
I've got to be honest with you. In almost a year, I don't think we have had one bad call until this last weekend. We had our first where I don't know if the person froze or we were giving away Blue Jackets tickets. They just wanted Blue Jackets tickets, so they came on and said, hey, I really love the Blue Jackets.
That was it?
Great.
Hey, well, what do you think about this playoff push right now? Try to get something out of them.
Hope they
and
make
then,
it.
Hey, thank you for calling so much, on to the next. But it's the first time in almost a year of that show we have had a not great caller.
Ryan Baker's the best. You can catch him on Bishop and Friends with them 9 a.m. to noon every day here, or every day on 97.3. We're not 97.3. We're fake, Bob. Anyway, on the other one, you can catch him there. And then also fan call-in show, 8 to 9 a.m., every Sunday with he and Scotty Vegas. Check that out as well. Don't be dumb. Bakes, thanks for the time, buddy.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to go in the other room now.
There we go. Go do your work. Coming up next, we'll tell you what's got us juice. Morning Juice.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Bobby is known as the General. Tito shops at Dollar General. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Bob, this show always flies by. Right?
Sure.
No, okay. Serious question. Does it go slow for you or does it fly by for you?
It goes quick.
I think it goes quick. Bodie, you? It's okay if it's a different answer.
No, yeah, my mornings, honestly, once I drag myself out of the bed,
Sure. Yeah.
honestly, are always pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a...
I mean, I have the time of my life from 4 to 5 o'clock, cutting up press conference
you do.
sound.
I know you do. I know.
Honestly, I had previously said before, I'd like to just come in here one day, be cutting up Stefanski sound, and just keel over right on the table. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He's not dead. He's just in Atlanta.
Thank you. I didn't know if something happened. I didn't know if I missed some kind of news story there.
Maybe Zach Taylor or Todd Monken can take over that role.
Gosh, that's who the head coach is, isn't it?
For now.
Bob. That's it for now. Right, for now. All right, let's tell people what's got us excited about today.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. For all your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Published reports have told me today is a Tuesday. That would mean let's hear from our good friend, the late Anthony Schlegel.
Now my left knee is like super mad at me. Just over there on the Google machine, looking it up, she's like, you might have West Nile. And I'm like, well, the Nile, that's all the way over there in Africa. We're in Central America. I don't know how you're going to get it from there.
That's pretty great. I
Can't you get the Spanish flu anywhere? Go ahead.
I think you're right on that.
I think so, okay.
I do enjoy too. Anytime it's like, man, my pinky's sore. You go Google it. It's like, yeah, you're probably dying. You're like, well, okay, that seems a little extreme. I got a few things for you guys today. First off, what had me super juiced yesterday is when I walked out of my apartment to go to the gym, and I had on shorts and a hoodie, and I was hot immediately.
Yeah.
That had me super juiced. I was like, man, spring is here. Also saw, I think, this week and early next week, it's like back down to the 40s. But all this week pretty much is like 70s and like mid-70s. So that's fantastic. That has me super juiced. Also, meant to mention this yesterday, and I forgot to, but big shout out to the beloved Brandon Beam and his wife, Meredith, for having baby number 2, Benjamin Beam. Didn't know
Benjamin
Beam
Button
roast.
Beam.
That's exactly like that's when I saw that name. I was like, oh, I'm guessing his middle name isn't Button, but
Benji and Billy. What a team.
I know. Along with Brandon. Maybe just get a couple more in there and have a whole starting 5 of the Bees. So very happy for Beamer. Probably going to get some time off here. And by time off, I mean time off of work, not time off.
No.
being busy. But happy for him and Meredith. Beamer is a super good dude. So good for them. And then I think that's all I got for you guys. Tuesday. That's all I got for you, Carp. As you juice, sir.
Oh, goodness. Last night I saw this. And it was tough. And I was actually just texting with James about it in the break. I sent him over something.
Laurinaitis?
My social media feed, yes.
Okay.
My social media feed was inundated with it last night. There was a bar on the edge of campus. There really wasn't there when I was there. It kind of opened up right after I left, called Little Bar. It's had a nice 20.
Called Middle Bar?
Little Bar.
Little Bar, okay.
It's right on the northwest corner of Lane and High. It used to be an old, more towards Norwich. There's a couple things in between. But it used to be an IHOP. It was closed my whole time through college. It wasn't anything. And then it was like, man, that'd be a great bar. And then they made it a bar, like maybe in 06 or 07. Probably in 06, maybe. And I used to, when I would come back, we would go to our condo here, and a lot of the guys, like James, Hartline, Spittler, Kurt Coleman, we didn't have any kids, and we lived near campus, and we'd hang out and go out with those guys and have fun on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Usually 2 of the 3, maybe all 3, who knows. Get a little wild, and we would go to Little Bar sometimes. And I remember that's when I remember like where college began to die. Because it was the first time, I think it was 2000, after the 2008 season. We're in there.
You're in the NFL
maybe
now.
2009.
You're in the NFL now.
It was.
Okay.
It's fine.
College bar? Okay, just checking, Bob. Just
25 years old, man.
I'm just trying to keep
Didn't have any kids. My wife was with me.
you.
We were going out,
having
a good time with my friends who were my friends from school. And
But I'm the creepy one. Go ahead.
Change. I never said no.
That happens.
And that's when people started like using videoing things with iPhones.
The end of the world.
That's a game changer.
I was like, it's probably a good time to not be a part of this anymore. We had my oldest son at that point, and so kind of began to fade out of that scene a little bit and stayed off the campus. Listen, and the amount of jackets guys that used to be creeping around
I don't
campus.
want to know that either.
There was a lot of dudes that were like older than me doing that.
Yeah.
But either way. But the Little Bar came to its end. They're building some more housing and stuff over there. They scraped the church that was by it, and now Little Bar this was its last weekend. James just told me, and I was mad. I was like, man, I wish I would have known that. I knew it was going to close. I didn't know when. I would have probably tried to go over there. It was parents' weekend. So I was actually out with one of my friends and their daughter doing some different stuff. He wanted a buddy to hang out with. So I was like, all right, I'll come with you. It'll be fun. And did some of that. I wish you would have went to Little Bar just to go in and have like one final drink. And I used to go there, like game days, it was always slammed. But I texted that to James, and he goes, Shelly and I tried to go on Saturday. It was so packed, we couldn't even get in. And it was just, we used to hang out there. She would be there. It's where a lot of the guys had their wives and girlfriends at the time, kind of converted them into wives at some point. And it's just sad because that was one of the last few places that at least had some level of tie to my college experience. They're reopening up Twos in a different spot, Twos under High, which will be a lot of fun. But it's just changed so much. And I would say like campus looks really pretty now, but it's very sterile. And it's just not, it doesn't have the character. There's only a couple of blocks that still have like the old school feel to it. And it's a little bit of sad juice in that is like the things just continue to move ahead and see all these nice high-rise mixed-use places on High Street. And they don't smell the same. They smell new and nice. They don't have that stank of like 80-year-old stale beer that's soaked into the wood that probably gets like mopped once a month. You know, like,
month.
Yeah, maybe
a year.
that's probably it. Whenever the health inspection comes through, that's when it gets going. I try to think like, if I ever really want to eat food out of these places, but if you're serving me something,
You're fine.
I mean, just make it a double so there's enough alcohol to kill anything else when the glass hasn't been washed. But it was sad
for
to
your
see.
immune system.
It is. It was just sad to see that, and a little disappointing with everything that's going on. So I poured one out, seeing that last night, and have some good conversations. Things I watched guys doing there before the cameras. It was a lot of fun, and gonna miss it. So R.I.P. Little Bar was a great pregame, postgame staple as well.
So, Bob, I remember you mentioned that now, and now it takes me back because I know you and I are pretty much the same age. I'm a little bit older, but anyway, I remember going down on campus with contestant number 1, and I was probably 19, she was 18, whatever. We go into some of those campus facilities, the bars down there, and just it was like always. It seemed like you had to go down the steps to get into it.
Oh yeah, fire hazard. For
yes.
Sure.
Okay.
No.
That.
Twos was in the basement with about an 7.5 foot ceiling.
Right. And so went down there for that. It was extremely dark.
Yeah.
It was extremely smelly and sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you could still smoke back then in there.
Oh, for sure.
And so it was
they
like,
didn't stop that till 2003.
Okay, so if I remember that correctly, and I remember going in there.
The end of this freedom in this country.
Yes, and dancing awkwardly in those campus bars. I
We
never
have more
liked
drinks.
it.
It doesn't feel as awkward.
No, but you couldn't. 19, Bob. They like did the wristband thing. They did stuff like no. You had football.
better.
No, you had football privilege. Okay, if I
I
was,
I just drink enough before I went. Didn't have to worry about
that's
it.
also fair. I got you. But
Showed
anyway,
up ready to go.
But I remember though doing that and how much I hated it because first of all, I don't like smoke. Secondly, I can't dance. But that's what it was. And so I was an
You and
awful.
Phil Collins.
Right. I can't dance. I can't sing.
You can dance if you want to.
You can. You can
So the
leave
men
your friends
without
behind.
hats.
Yes, you leave your friend behind. Friends behind. Friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine. But anyway, so Bob, I remember that now more fondly, but I really didn't like it at the time. But I wish you're right. It's an RIP thing there, but that doesn't happen. There's no more places like that down there. There's no more go down. And it's going to be
They're
awful.
reopening twos under high. Now it's probably going to have like a 9 foot ceiling and not be
right.
Kept
well
up.
lit.
Oh, you want to keep the lights down.
I know
that keeps
you do.
that keeps the mystery to the person you're dancing with.
I understand.
Everybody's a little better looking when the lights are down low.
I don't know if I'm better looking with lights down low.
Real low.
Let's see.
I don't know. I mean,
We can turn it off.
You can
and
turn them
get
down
the-
right now.
Turn the lights on.
Turn the
bro.
lights
It's
on.
time
Let's
to
do it.
party.
Let's have a party. Go do it, Bob. Yeah, let's get it going.
Are they on? I
There we go.
can't
We got
see.
red there. No, it's coming up. You're going to turn it down. There we go. Look at that. You're
Is it
right.
just red? Yeah. I can't remember how to try
vary
mode.
it?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's beautiful right there. I can't remember the places I used to go to down there, though, Bob. I don't remember the names of them. Contestant number 1 might know if we were still on a talking basis, but
Oh yeah, it's all South High Street stuff. That's all gone. That was gone when I got there. It was closed after my official visit. I did get kicked out. I'm on my official
here
visit
we
here. I
go.
did get kicked out of Panini's down there.
how do you count on paninis?
There's a lot of ways you can get kicked out of places.
Okay, wait. Who was your host?
Robert Reynolds. That's why.
Oh, did you choke somebody?
No, I didn't choke somebody.
Did he
but
choke somebody?
I had to take a leak, and the bathroom line was really long. He goes, "Hey, bud, just go down and pee in the basement. It'll be all good."
Oh no, Bob.
I'm just listening to the guys telling me what to do.
I don't want to vacate wins.
A vacation of wins
I'm
going
just saying,
on.
Bob. I don't know anymore.
We're all good.
So you went down and
I used to also pack a flask in the back of my back pocket when I'd go into a bar.
kids, if you're on the way to school, stay in school, stay off drugs, don't drink and drive.
Listen.
I didn't say you did. Bob.
Walk
I'm
on
just
back
saying,
to
let's do
Morrill
it.
Tower. I used to drive over in my Ford Taurus. I would let Mangold drive, and I would get in the trunk, and we would have like 8 people in it, 9 people.
You rode in the trunk?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's shocking to me, Bob.
Why?
Well, first of all, because your ego. I don't think you'd ever say,
So
I'll take the trunk.
this is where you're wrong.
No, Bob, I do.
So how many people need to get in here? A lot of young ladies, some players. Said, Nick, you're the biggest
players or
dude.
play us? Which one is it?
ER.
Okay.
I was like,
that's
Nick,
different.
you drive. I was like, I'll hop in the trunk. Just someone shut it. Make sure you open it when we get out.
Shut it.
Bob, I cannot picture you saying, I'll ride in the trunk.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be the guy who'd say, hey, this guy can ride in the trunk.
What?
I'm a
I'll step
4-star.
up. I'm going to step up. Listen,
Whatever.
that's the leader's lead, you know?
Bob, I've never
Like
ridden in a
Captain
trunk.
America once said, you got to sometimes just be the one that lays on that wire and let your buddy crawl over you.
Exactly. There you go. So,
Bodie, have you ever rode in the trunk?
I don't think so.
I don't think I ever have. And I've done some stupid stuff.
Yeah, not that I can remember.
That could be your poll question. Have you ever ridden in a trunk? Yes or no?
Willingly.
Willingly, right. Yeah, willingly's a good one to put it there, yes.
I would have rather ridden in my trunk than, one time when I was still playing, maybe 2010.
Yeah.
Was Trapasso still in school? He was driving, and I was in the bed of his
Well,
truck.
the punter drive.
And it was freezing. I mean, it was probably, it wasn't that cold. It was probably 40 out. But when you're driving like 45 miles an hour,
right?
That's the wind chill.
You get cold. I didn't have a coat on. It got cold in a hurry. It's like, dude, give me 2 shots of Fireball when we get in there. I need to warm up right now.
I don't like hearing these stories, Bob. But
about,
also,
man?
I figured the punter would be the driver. If you're going out with your
I've got
team,
2 underage consumptions the first month he was here. That's a record.
Okay.
I think it may have been the first 2 weekends.
I don't know if we can disclose that. But anyway.
It was public record.
Well, I understand it's public record, though, Bob. But still, I don't know if Trapp would, I call him Trapp because we're buddies. I don't know if Trapp would approve of us saying that publicly on the air.
It's been 20 years.
I don't want to vacate wins. I'm just saying, though, Bob, and that's your other poll question, too, Bodie. If you are going out with teammates, is the punter the designated driver? I think a punter or kicker is probably who it is. I don't think
designated is a loose term.
I understand that, but he's the one who's going to drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was the driver for sure.
I think punter and kicker. You don't want the quarterback. You don't want the linebacker in the trunk. But whatever. That's stupid. I don't understand how you did that, Bob. But anyway, I think that punter, kicker, maybe long
Everybody
snapper.
else was scared to get in the trunk.
Is long snapper another one who'd be DD? I think he would be.
Probably.
Stay in school though, kids. I don't know how we got on that subject there. Somehow we did. We always find a way to do it. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in today. Thank you to Ryan Baker for joining us. Check him out on Bishop and Friends, 9 a.m. to noon on The Fan, and also with the Fan Call-In Show, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. On Sundays. We're back tomorrow, folks. Austin Ward will probably join.